Panda looks like a toy, black and white, calm. He sits and chews bamboo. But in nature, a panda is not a meme. This is the key to protecting China's entire mountain forests. And yes, it really affects which forests will survive and who will survive with them. Now I'll show you 10 functions and one effect that almost everyone misses. Panda is a paradox. He is a bear by origin. In terms of digestion, it is almost like a predator. But the food is almost entirely bamboo. Due to the low benefits of bamboo, the panda is forced to eat a lot and often, and at the same time save energy. In other words, a panda is an animal that lives on a delicate balance, and that's why protecting it equals protecting the whole system. Go! 10 panda functions in Nature 1. Flagship and magnet nature conservation. Panda is one of the most powerful flagships. Protected areas, rules, control, and financing are created for it. And this protects not only the panda, but also the forest. 2. An umbrella for other rare species. When protecting a panda and its forests, others win too. For example, the golden snub, nosed monkey, takins, crested ibis. This is directly emphasized by WWF3. Protection of biodiversity through a network of reserves. There are modern studies that show the panda reserve system really supports cohabiting animals, multi-species effect. An important caveat, not everyone has enough umbrella equally. Large predators sometimes need additional measures. 4. Preservation of bamboo mountain forests as an ecosystem. The panda lives where there are large areas of bamboo and forests. To preserve the panda, it is necessary to preserve a whole range of habitats: forest, undergrowth, corridors, silence, and a minimum of fragmentation. 5. Bamboo engineer. Influence on the dynamics of the feed base. Pandas don't just eat bamboo. Their feeding can change the density and structure of bamboo thickets. There are works where it is shown that panda farad is associated with bamboo changes and its restoration and dynamics. 6. Circulation of substances through a huge volume of feces. The panda consumes a lot of plant matter, but it digests bamboo imperfectly. Digestion is not like that of a typical herbivore. Bottom line, a lot of organic matter returns to the forest, leads to nutrition for soil organisms, leads to acceleration of the circulation of substances at the local level. 7. Landscape connectivity, a demanding test for corridors. Panda needs connected forest areas and moves between them. Therefore, panda protection almost always includes corridors and combating habitat fragmentation. In other words, a panda is a species that makes it necessary to preserve the skeleton of the landscape. 8. Limiting human pressure in the mountains, indirect ecosystem function. The panda reserve regime reduces logging, poaching, overgrazing, and construction in key areas. And this protects the water regime, soils, and forest communities. 9. Mountain forest status indicator. Panda is a signal species. If a panda has problems, the forest usually has problems too. Corridors are being cut, bamboo is degrading, anxiety is growing, and the climate is shifting. 10. A socio-economic function that returns to nature conservation. Panda attracts ecotourism and attention to nature conservation. WWF explicitly notes the economic benefits to local communities through ecotourism. One unexpected effect that is often overlooked: everyone thinks that the panda is important because it is rare, and the main effect is here. The panda is not protecting itself. Panda protects the territory. She is such a symbol and so demanding of the place that large protected areas are created for her. For example, Giant Panda National Park is a huge territory of about 22,000 square kilometers in several provinces, which is already the level of a continent for forests. In other words, a panda is not just an animal. This is the mechanism that keeps entire landscapes from disintegrating. 10 unusual facts about pandas with detailed analysis. 1. Panda is almost a herbivorous bear, but with a predatory digestive tract. The typical anatomy of digestion for predators has been preserved, and the diet is bamboo. 2. Almost the entire diet is bamboo. At the group level and in scientific sources, the figure almost completely bamboo is often cited. 3. Bamboo digestion efficiency is low. In popular scientific discussions, it is estimated that the assimilation of dry matter is low, hence the need to eat a lot and often. Assimilation of dry matter is low, hence the need to eat a lot and often. 4. A pseudo finger is not a finger. It's an elongated wrist bone that works like a thumb to hold bamboo. 5. Pandas can be opportunists. Although they specialize in bamboo, rare episodes of eating other foods are described as exceptions, not the norm. 6. Panda is a loner by lifestyle. Meetings are more often associated with reproduction and motherhood, and the rest of the time, personal territory and minimal contacts. 7. In 2016, Panda was transferred from endangered to vulnerable in the IUCN ratings. This is due to long-term security efforts and positive trends, but the risks remain. 8. The umbrella works, but not perfectly. There is research. The panda strategy helps a number of animal groups, but large predators may not be enough. Separate actions are needed. 9. Connectivity of habitats is critical for pandas because fragmentation equals isolation equals the risk of local groups disappearing is higher. 10. Panda affects bamboo not only by eating. There is scientific evidence that feeding is associated with changes in bamboo structure and its recovery/density. Conclusion. Panda is not a toy or a meme. This is the flagship of the Guard, an umbrella for forest rarities, an impetus for the creation of large protected landscapes, and a view that makes it necessary to maintain the coherence of mountain bamboo forests. Remove the panda as a flag, and it will be harder for the forest to survive in the modern world. If it was useful, subscribe. Here we analyze animals and phenomena in such a way that it becomes clear who really keeps nature in working order. And write in the comments, which surprised me more, that the panda lives on bamboo with a predatory digestive tract, or that its main function is to protect entire landscapes through protection.